Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nicole and Eric's room give up Holly's trial prompts duping exes? Days of Our Lives uncover that Nicole DiMera as of late reconnected with EJ DiMera in the room, however we as a whole know he's not her genuine romance. Eric Brady will always hold the utmost importance in Nicole's heart, despite the fact that she values EJ and is appreciative of his support. Considering that, it's not difficult to perceive how Holly Jonas' experience will begin bringing Nicole and Eric closer. It could lead these exes down a dangerous street, so we should discuss what's coming up now that Holly's battling for her life. A while ago when Nicole and Eric were hitched, Days watchers will review that they had a blissful little family with Holly. As a matter of fact, some time ago Holly alluded to Eric as daddy and thought of him as a fill-in father. Holly has fallen into a state of unconsciousness, so Eric will surely worry about her and give his best for solace Nicole when she wants him most. Nicole and Eric might feel a familiar pull toward one another in a situation like this. That is particularly obvious now that Sloane Peterson Brady is losing it over Leo Unmistakable's requests and the mystery she's keeping about Jude Brady's actual parentage. As Sloane turns out to be more far off, Days spoilers say it could make ready for Eric to reinforce his bond with Nicole. At some point, Nicole and Eric could easily return to bed, but this time, they wouldn't be able to use the tainted biscuits as an excuse. Be that as it may, Eric and Nicole would in any case have a few smart explanations behind reconnecting in such a hot manner. It wouldn't be the initial time two Days exes met up in a period of stress and misery, so perhaps Holly's theatrics will prompt Nicole and Eric raising a ruckus around town. DOL fans realize Eric and Nicole are never going to be finished with one another for good. Holly sent back by her father Daniel Jonas says it's not her time. Updates to Days of Our Lives hint that Holly Jonas may approach the afterlife's door but be sent back by her father, Daniel Jonas. He will accompany her back to her mother and tell her that it is not her time to die. Watchers will review Will Horton had a comparative encounter. Days of Our Lives Nicole DiMera concerns her lone youngster will kick the bucket. Nicole DiMera can't resist the urge to concern her main living youngster will kick the bucket, so not long after losing her child kid in spite of the fact that obviously, he's not exactly dead he's Jude Brady, uncast. However, Nicole doesn't yet know that but, her lone youngster Holly is lying there experiencing the same thing to her late dad Daniel, who Holly won't ever meet. Days of Our Lives spoilers, Holly's sent back by her father Daniel Jonas says it's not her time. Daniel was killed when Eric Brady was on a drinking spree and caused a car crash driving alcoholic, and despite the fact that Daniel was in a coma a brief time frame, he passed. It wouldn't be amazing for Nicole to draw unfortunate equals between Holly being in a coma and her late dad being in a coma. Be that as it may, there could be a way for Holly to meet Daniel and him to be worked into her story she actually emerge from the unconsciousness and get by. DOL it's occurred previously. A few circumstances have happened where residents of Salem have come really close to death and been sent back by friends and family gone before them. The model that might work the best here is when Will went too far with an amnesia mixture Dr. Wilhelm Rolf made. Unfortunate Sonny Kiriaki sat weakly as other friends and family did watching Will get away, however at that point he emerged from it after a crisis remedy was given. Peggy McKay, who played his extraordinary grandmother Caroline Brady had kicked the bucket, in actuality, a while prior, however on the show, he told friends and family Caroline sent him back, her having passed. That was like the way in which John Aniston's genuine passing was managed on screen with Victor Kiriaki's biting the dust a while later because of DOL's half-year-ahead taping plan. Days of Our Lives Daniel Jonas could send Holly Jonas back from the edge of death. Regardless of whether Sean Christian repeat his job of Daniel for a grand scene sending his girl back to Earth, he could undoubtedly make it happen in a real sense. He's the genuine spouse of Ariane Zucker and regardless of whether he's seen he could tape a voiceover scene. That is where Holly could enter a brilliant light during an otherworldly encounter and her dad advise her to return it's not her time. Before Holly returns, he may offer additional guidance and Holly may instinctively know that he is her father at the door of heaven. Days of Our Lives spoilers guarantee that Holly will recuperate in the end, regardless of whether it takes some time. Ava grounds back in Bayview after Harris's passing. Days of Our Lives demonstrate that Ava Vitali will before long discover that Harris Michaels has been shot in the line of obligation. Tragically, the line of obligation incidentally turns out to research the medications that Ava has been going through the bistro. Will Harris's passing area Ava move in Bayview? Days of Our Lives Harris and Michaels become friends with Ava Vitali in Bayview. Days of Our Lives Harris went to Bayview in the wake of being modified by the dim era 2 times to kill individuals. Harris felt he was a threat to society and demanded that Marlena Evans, Deidre Corridor, secure him to ultimately benefit humankind. Harris felt he had harmed an adequate number of individuals and didn't have any desire to imperil any other person. Days of Our Lives Ava terrains back in Bayview after Harris's demise. Bayview is where Harris met Ava and the two initiated a relationship. That kinship started to transform into more as they were on the race to save Susan Banks from her ruffian, Edmund Morsel, Adam Kane. Harris and Ava were even in a short sentiment before she parted ways with him for a false swindling issue. Notwithstanding, Harris was focused on by Clyde Weston. DOL spoilers Harris Michaels is gunned down. Harris is the lead specialist on this case and Ava has had a lot of chances to educate him regarding what is the deal with her. Ava might have let Harris know who was behind the medications and allowed him an opportunity to bring him down, yet all things considered, Ava decided to stay silent. Ava even permitted Harris to accept she was dating a wedded man. As per the Day of Days review, Harris will be tracked down shot in a rear entryway. Sadly, Harris does not appear to have the same chance of surviving his ordeal. Since Steve Burton contract is up, most would agree that Harris is out. Sadly, Ava's mental state could be affected by Harris's death, particularly if she blames herself for his death. Days of Our Lives Ava Vitali experiences a backslide. Ava's psychological wellness status has been extremely delicate for quite a long time. Ava has been doing great since her return from London. Notwithstanding, individuals are beginning to scrutinize her association in the medication exchange from each heading. Ava is frightened that her child will be killed on the off chance that she doesn't follow Clyde's requests. Ava has no clue about that the man she has developed to think often about will be going to be another setback. Will seeing Harris die due to this medication cartel return Ava to Bayview and managing her psychological wellness once more? Could Ava at any point find her direction back in the wake of losing it over one more man she has developed to cherish? Ava has relied on Harris in numerous ways, and his departure could permanently push her over the edge. Will Ava end up back in Bayview due to Harris's demise? Teresa and Brady's arrangement to break Tate out of Stateville. Days of Our Lives. Brady Dark haven't been in total agreement lately. One thing that will unite them is the new charges rested against Tate Dark where Holly Jonas Exes is concerned. Tate's going to jail, yet will he show up for a really long time? DOL, according to the spoilers for Tate Black will get attacked days for the week of January 8th, there is a good chance that Tate will be attacked in prison. Teresa and Brady will be shocked when they hear some news, and fans realize that the youthful rich youngster can't keep going excessively lengthy at Stateville without getting beat up for his advantaged childhood. Days of Our Lives, Teresa and Brady's arrangement to break Tate out of Stateville added mysteries hint that they'll join out of frustration, and knowing both Teresa and Brady, they will not have the option to lounge around and hang tight for a marvel, they'll assume control over issues. Days' frantic times lead to frantic activities. Both Teresa and Brady come from wealthy families, both additionally have associations with the ISA. Thus, there's a decent opportunity that both Brady and Teresa will concoct an arrangement to spring Tate out of jail. They could think of an arrangement to break their child out of Stateville. Nonetheless, assuming he gets beat up, he might wind up in the clinic, and it would be far more straightforward to slip the young fellow out of his room. With influence and cash available to them, also a supportive granddad and distant uncle who both end up being spies taking a gander at you, John Dark and Steve Johnson Tate could get away from his jail difficulty for the present. He'll probably make a beeline for a hideout until Holly awakens and can come clean. But will this strategy work out as planned for his parents? Will Brady and Teresa attempt to free Tate from prison? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.